Okay, coronavirus. So if you, like me, are completely fine with this idea of social distancing, with staying in your house, also really concerned about the future of everyone's health and what this means for the world, then join me in this 5-minute, maybe 10-minute, I don't know yet, flow, so you can just take your mind off of what's going on for a little while and take control of the only thing that we really do have control over right now in this moment, and move your body. Yeah. So we're gonna start here in mountain pose. Imagine yourself like a mountain. You can close your eyes here, making sure that all 10 toes are pressed into the ground. And so when you do that, your knees might lock up, but let's draw our attention to our knees and maybe bend them a little bit. Feeling strong and stable, sure that they'll keep us up, but letting them relax, chilling out. We'll take a few deep breaths and lead our intention from our knees to our bellies here. Try to fill your belly up with air, breathing nice and strong here. And we're rolling up to our chest and our heart area, making sure that if we're slouching over like this, we can kind of open up, rolling the shoulders back, opening the chest forward. So you can invite all that light. You can release all that tension in your shoulders. Rolling the shoulders up and lifting the chin just a little bit parallel to the floor. And so I want you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale and exhale, releasing all of that. And just feel strong. And that, my friend, is mountain pose. Here we are. Our hands can be out like this, next to our bodies. Making sure we breathe. We'll try to breathe for 4 rounds. We'll take a deep inhale. And we'll exhale. Inhale. And we'll exhale. For this inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. And we'll exhale, open. Last time, inhale, up. And we'll clasp the hands at the top. If you can't see, I'm just clasping them. And then we're going to flip the palms and just open up here, shaking it out from the side. And we'll release our shoulders. Still breathing deep through the chest. And then we'll slightly bend over to the left. Still connecting both feet into the ground. Inhale, lifting up, using our core to help us over. Take an inhale. One more time, over. Releasing, inhale, lift. Exhale, over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Wiggling out those palms, coming back to mountain pose, rolling the shoulders. Check. Hands back up to the sky. Reach it high, 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 high. Sorry. Okay, reaching the hands up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, we're just gonna dive down, reaching towards the ground. And we'll just let go here. Knees can be nice and bent. So if you can see, my belly is resting on top of my thighs, like this, resting on top of my thighs. So we can avoid having this idea that we need to touch our toes with our knees straight. Feel free to bend those things. Reach towards the ground so you can really release. All the while lifting those hips up, 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 up. And just releasing here. And just maybe swaying from side to side. We always have the option to grab onto our elbows. It's called ragdoll here. And just release. We'll try 2 deep breaths. And we'll exhale. We'll plant these hands into the ground and we'll find ourselves bringing our knees onto the ground, finding ourselves in a tabletop. Our hands and our wrists are right underneath our shoulders, and the same thing for my knees. They're about hip width apart, and they're right underneath my hip bones. We'll take a deep breath. Those same principles that we used in mountain pose, we'll use here. So the palms connected to the ground. The belly is strong. The chin is raised, so our spine is nice and straight. We'll take 4 deep breaths here, pressing those palms away. So we're not sinking our shoulders into the ground, we're pressing them away, nice and strong. 3 more breaths. Excellente. We'll drop the belly down. When lifting the hips up high, we'll lift the chin so we are gazing right in front of us. And this is called cow pose. And for cat pose, we'll tuck the chin, rolling through, arching the back and tucking the hips under, almost as if you're gazing in between your thighs here, pressing the palms away gently. And we'll exhale and we'll come back to the cow pose, arching your back and looking forward. We'll try this 4 times. Making sure we breathe all the way. And so I love in this pose, if you just close your eyes and let your spine lead you wherever you need to go. Feel free to hold one pose over the other. Feel free to rotate your neck. Feel free to rotate your hips. Dirty wine even. Maybe making figure 8s. No, we went over 4, but that's okay. Just have fun. And then when you're ready, we can come back to that tabletop position and take a deep breath here. Inhale. And on the exhale, we'll bring our big toes to touch behind us. And we'll open up our knees a little bit wide, and we'll take our first child's pose, tilting the hips back and reaching those hands forward. Exhale. The forehead rests down onto the ground. And breathe here. And so you can stay here for however long you want. It's everyone's second favorite pose after Shavasana. It's really great for your nervous system and releasing some stress. You can bring your hands even underneath that space or your fist. Breathing here for a spell. And we release. And so coming back to this child's pose, I'll invite you to stretch out the side body by walking the hands slowly over to one side, reaching the hips back behind you towards the back of your mat, and while taking your time reaching over to the right. Deep breath, and we'll walk over to the left, really pressing those hips back, releasing the forehead towards the ground. And then we'll come back to the center and releasing. Exhale, floating the hips back up. Back to all 4s. All right, check in with yourself. How do you feel? Maybe let's go towards standing. So to get there, we'll tuck our toes and we'll lift for downward facing dog. Tucking the toes and we'll lift our hips just a little bit up. Exhale, come down. So this sensation. So we're planting our hands and we'll lift just the knees. We'll hover the knees off of the ground. So we're lifting the hips up and down, coming back. This last time, we're gonna lift our hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Lift the hips high. We can keep those knees bent though. And here we are, downward facing dog. And maybe we'll release one heel at a time. Really feeling the stretch in the hamstring. Pressing into the floor with our palms, almost like gripping those fingertips into the ground so we can release the tension that we might be feeling in our wrists. We'll stay here for just one more second. And then we'll tiptoe our feet up towards our hands, finding forward fold again. You can totally get ragdoll here, grabbing onto the elbows, releasing. Or we can just release And from here, we'll clasp the hands behind the back. Taking a deep breath, we have the option to reach the hands up towards the ceiling, straightening out the elbows. Still releasing the chin and releasing the hands forward. Nice big chest opener. Exhale, bending those knees deeply. We'll release the hands and we'll reach up. Exhale, bringing the hands back into our heart center. Big, huge smile here. And we'll breathe in through the nose. And on the exhale, we're just gonna release everything. Exhale. Yeah. Just a little something for you guys. Ask me any question. I'm here for you. I'll be here all week long. If you're interested in doing some one-on-one virtual sessions with me, it'll be like this, but I will be able to see you and give you some tips, and we'll have a good time. Again, I'm Addie, and I'm a yoga instructor. It'll be fun. See you later. Happy flowing. Stay sanitary out here. Bye.